once you have your material cut, the next thing is to cut your back material, which I like to use flannel. It's 100% cotton, it's soft, and it keeps its shape. A lot of times with flannel, you may have to iron it out a little bit because due to being 100% cotton, it's pretty wrinkly. So just iron your flannel. You don't have to have every wrinkle out, you just don't want to have any great big ones in, or else it'll change your cuts. Okay, next thing we're going to do is cut your flannel into the same size cuttings that you did your main material. So if you did squares, you cut your flannel into squares. If you did strips, you cut your flannel into strips. I tend to like to fold it in half, and then you can do twice the cuts in half the time. Again, you just square it up. And if you have a little overhang, it's not a cut straight from the store, just line your ruler up with your marked lines on your cutting mat and cut the little bit off that's not level. Simple as that. And I ended up cutting my initial 12-inch strips into 6-inch squares, as you can see with all three of my coordinating fabrics. So therefore I'm going to have to make 6-inch squares for my flannel. So what you're going to do is start with a 6-inch strip. And you cut your entire length of material into 6-inch strips. Then you take your 6-inch strips, turn it long ways, square it up. If you square it here and here, you should be able to cut double the material. I just always count and make sure I have a 6-inch square. Line your ruler, both ends of your material, and cut it. And you'll need just as many 6-inch squares as you have for your material. You do have some scrap, it's no good. So there, I have 6 6-inch squares, and you continue to line your material up squarely on your self-healing mat. And continue to cut 6-inch strips. And then into 6-inch squares. And this is step 2 of your rag quilt. My self-healing mat is 18 by 24, and it's been large enough for anything that I've ever needed to use. Although I still am just making rag quilts. I haven't attempted a real quilt yet. I like the looks of the rag quilts personally. So and so on and so forth until you have the number of squares that you need to finish your quilts. And again, step 2 in making your own rag quilt.